The storm had rolled in faster than expected, heavy clouds swallowing the last bit of evening light over the quiet street where Daniel, a single dad and part-time tailor, was locking up his small shop. Business had been slow for months, but his heart was still full, thanks to his 8-year-old daughter, Mia, who believed he was the greatest designer in the world. Just as he stepped out, the bell above his door jingled again. A woman rushed in, breathless, drenched, and clutching a dress bag tightly to her chest. "Please," she said, her voice trembling. I was told you're the only tailor still open." Daniel blinked. "I was just closing, but, what do you need?" She unzipped the bag and pulled out a stunning evening gown, deep blue, silk, clearly expensive. It tore. "Tonight is the biggest event of my life. If I don't show up looking put together, my career." Her voice cracked. "I don't know what else to do." Daniel nodded gently. "Let me see what I can do." She exhaled like she had been holding her breath for hours. "The hook deepens." While Daniel examined the dress, the woman sat in the tiny shop, visibly shaking. Mia peeked from behind the curtain where she had been doing homework. "Dad? Is everything okay?" The woman smiled weakly at Mia. "You have a wonderful father." Mia grinned. "He's the best tailor in the world." The woman blinked rapidly, almost fighting tears. Daniel worked quietly, hands steady, mind focused. He didn't know who she was. He didn't ask. He just saw a person in distress, and helping felt right. After a few minutes, he looked up. "It's fixable. But I'll need you to try it on." She hesitated. Then nodded. The moment of realization. When she stepped out of the dressing room wearing the gown, Daniel froze. It wasn't just that the dress fit her beautifully. It was the way she held herself, like someone carrying the weight of the world. Do I look good in this dress?" she asked softly. Daniel opened his mouth, then paused. Something in her voice wasn't confidence-seeking, it was hope-seeking. "Honestly," he said, stepping closer, his voice gentle. "I just can't take my eyes off you." She blinked hard, and one tear slipped down. No one had said something to her like that, not without expectation, not without agenda, simply human to human. The twist. She took a shaky breath. "You don't know who I am, do you?" Daniel smiled. "Should I?" "I'm Elena Hart, CEO of Heartbridge Designs." She watched for a reaction. Daniel shrugged. "I mend clothes, I raise my daughter, and I try not to miss soccer practice. I don't keep up with CEOs." She stared at him like he was a different species. "Everywhere I go," she whispered, "people either want something from me or judge me. Tonight, I just needed someone honest." She looked at him. "And kind." Elena turned toward the mirror, smoothing the gown. "This event is supposed to prove I'm strong. That I'm stable. But inside..." She shook her head. "Inside I'm falling apart." Daniel's voice softened. "Strong people fall apart too. Doesn't make them any less strong." The emotional climax. Minutes later, when the dress was perfect and Elena was ready to leave, she reached for her purse. "How much do I owe you?" Daniel waved his hand. "Don't worry about it." Her brows shot up. "This dress is worth more than your entire shop." "I helped because you needed help," he said simply. "Not for money." She opened her mouth, closed it again, then suddenly sat down. "No one does things for me just to be kind," she whispered. "And I don't remember the last time someone looked at me the way you did when I asked about the dress." Daniel didn't know what to say, so he told the truth. Sometimes people just need someone to see them. Not their title. She stared at him with a mix of gratitude and disbelief. Then she leaned down and hugged Mia. "You're a lucky girl," she whispered. And then to Daniel, softly. And so am I, for walking into your shop. The uplifting ending. A week later, Daniel got a letter. No money. No business card. Just a handwritten note. Thank you for reminding me I'm human. The world saw a CEO that night. But because of you, I walked in feeling like a person worth something. I won more than an award. I won back myself. Elena. At the bottom, in smaller handwriting. P.S. I'd like to see you again. Not for a dress. For coffee. Daniel smiled as Mia tugged his sleeve. Dad, does this mean you have a date? He laughed. Let's just say. I can't take my eyes off what's ahead. And for the first time in a long time, the future looked beautiful.